What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the new Hulu original film, Pizza Movie. The movie follows Jack and Montgomery, played by Sean Gambon and Gatson Maserado, as they accidentally discover a tin can of experimental drugs called mints. Advertised as a relaxing high, they soon discover that the relaxing high they were supposed to be on isn't so relaxing, and the only way to come down from that high is to eat pizza. So now they have to go down 2 flights of stairs to get pizza, and along the way they pick up their old friend played by Lulu Wilson. Now I went into this movie knowing absolutely jack shit. It wasn't really on my radar, didn't really watch any of the trailers. I just saw the poster on Twitter one time and thought, that doesn't look good. So I decided to just go ahead and roll the dice and pop it on because I'm a big fan of Gatson Maserado from Stranger Things. Wanted to see how he would do outside of Stranger Things. And I'm a big fan of Sean Gambon, who I first saw in The Goldbergs. So going into this movie, I expected this movie to be bottom of the barrel garbage because that's what a lot of the streaming movies are nowadays. But maybe this is one of those movies where I can just turn off my brain and enjoy it. And seeing how this movie has 81% on Rotten Tomatoes, that actually got me inspired to check this movie out. And if there was ever an award for biggest what the fuck did I just watch kind of movie, this probably would be the winner for me so far this year because I have no idea what the hell I just watched. Going on the premise, it sounds simple enough. You have to go down 2 flights of stairs and get pizza. Only the drugs that they're on is more than what meets the eye. Now, the first 5 to 10 minutes of this movie is a bit rough because it's a lot of generic stuff that you would see in a lot of movies like this, where you have Montgomery, played by Sean Gambon, kind of being the little loner. He has a crush on a girl, and so he doesn't have the courage to ask her out. He thinks that she is more attracted to the alpha males than she is to skinny nerds. Then you have Jack, played by Gatson Maserado, who is getting bullied by the entire college after an incident happened with the football team. The first couple of minutes of this movie is a little bit rough because it just felt like it was going to be generic and I wasn't going to get into it. Once they take the drugs and you kind of get to know a little bit more of the side effects of the drugs, I was really digging it because it just goes in probably the most randomest situations that you can possibly have. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the stages of the drugs because, quite frankly, I can't remember all of them. Just know a couple of them. Like the first one is no bad words. If you cuss, then your head gets blown up. And they repeat that joke several times. But every single time that they repeat that joke, I found it funny every single time, and that's kind of what this movie is. It's sequences, random sequences that these characters get into. But what really made this movie kind of watchable for me isn't just the gags and the skits that they have to go through, but it's the chemistry between not only just Gatson Maserado and Sean Gambon, which honestly I was not sure if it was going to work, but they absolutely made it work. Yeah, Gatson is still playing Dustin from Stranger Things just in his college years. He does it so well that it's hard for me not to love it. And Sean Gambon does kind of plays the same character that he played in the Goldbergs. And again, like Gatson, it's hard for me not to love him because he does play it very well. And just the chemistry between these two, you buy these guys as longtime friends, you buy them as roommates, and of course you're going to have their little scuffle here and there, but they make this movie work. But once you throw Lulu Wilson into this movie and you have the three of them just hanging out and going through this whole situation, because she also accidentally took the drugs thinking they were actually mint, and I really enjoyed her performance. But she also worked with Sean and Gatson in this movie. Their chemistry together, I really bought them as friends who kind of drifted away when they got into college because she doesn't want to be associated with them. She kind of wants to hang around with the cool kids, and we've seen this character done in many movies so many times. But I really enjoy the way that she was able to really progress this character, and just the way that she works with Sean and Gatson again. It's absolutely wonderful. But the thing that really makes this movie kind of enjoyable, and it's not going to work for everybody, it's definitely has its issues. It's not a perfect movie. Don't go into this movie expecting Schindler's List or Saving Private Ryan. This is kind of one of those movies that you just want to turn your brain off and enjoy it, because I think that's probably the only way that you're going to enjoy this movie. But as we're going through each step of the drugs, it just gets more weirder and more randomer that every single time that these things happen, you're just saying to yourself, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is going on? Why are this random shit happening? All you have to do is just go down 2 flights of stairs and get your goddamn pizza. But they make it work in such a great way. And a lot of that has to do with the writer and directors of this movie, where they just make it so much more fun, a lot more interesting. And yeah, a lot of these situations are just like way the fuck out there, but they're way the fuck out there that I really enjoyed seeing it on screen, even though I wasn't sure how much of this movie I was going to really enjoy going into it, especially with those rough 5 to 10 minutes. But as we keep going, progressing, you still have a lot of random stuff. You also have a character that I was not sure if they were going to make this work, but they were able to make this work, and that is the pizza delivery system of Snackatron. We've seen these Uber Eats things that are kind of replacing everybody and just delivering food, and so they kind of bring their own version in here where they call it a Snackatron 3000, something like that, voiced by Bobby Moynihan. Every single time they cut back to this thing where he's trying to find Jack and Montgomery, I wasn't sure how they were going to make this work. I didn't know if it was going to be way the fuck out there, but what isn't way the fuck out there right now? And so whenever they come back to this thing, every single time that this thing was popping up, I was just chuckling and having a good time. I really wanted to see more of this because he can't go up the stairs, so he kind of tells the front desk person who he's delivering the person to and if he can help him get there because he's not big with stairs. And every single time they cut back to that thing, I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but it absolutely made it work. Overall, this movie is not going to win any awards. If there was ever an award that this movie could win, is probably the biggest "What the fuck did I just watch" movie of the year award. But overall, it's a movie that you have to kind of turn your brain off, and I still enjoyed it for what it is. It's not going to be for everybody, and maybe I'm just easily pleased. This movie is a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting much going into this movie. I was just expecting bottom of the barrel garbage, but I surprisingly enjoyed this movie, and for what it is, it's pretty enjoyable. So if you have not checked this movie out, I would slightly check it out if you have some downtime or if you have an hour and a half to kill, because that's how long this movie is. Overall, it's not for everybody, but I had a really good time with this movie. Those are my thoughts on Pizza Movie. Have you guys checked it out? Are you planning on checking this film out, or is this just a movie that you have no interest in? Drop those thoughts in the comments below. We'll catch you guys for the next video.